Gauteng traffic police officers are to be deployed on all exits of taxi ranks in the province. The traffic department says it has been a challenge lately that most taxis move to neighboring provinces to get passengers. This ends up with the taxis getting overloaded, thus contributing to road fatalities. Traffic department says vehicles or taxi found overloaded will be impounded with immediate effect. Now, Busaphi Nxumalo, spokesperson of Gauteng Traffic Police, joins us in studio to give us a bit more on this issue. A very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Nandi.
Now, according to reports thus far, road accidents have increased by 17% compared to last year. Why do you think this is?
Look, the mandate of Gauteng Traffic Police or all law enforcement agencies in the province is to make sure that Gauteng remains a safe and a secure province. So by that, we're saying we don't want to see vehicles not roadworthy on our roads, and drivers should be in possession of all the documentations. Talking about the documentations of the car, the permits and all that, and also driver's license plus PRTP. But guess what? It's not happening. Most drivers were arrested for not having their driver's license with them, vehicle not having all proper documentation that are needed, and that causes taxi violence in the province. Remember, most taxis will be leaving the province, Gauteng, to different provinces. So we're saying there is no taxi that is going to leave, our province or being overloaded, or the driver doesn't have proper documentation, or the vehicle is not roadworthy, because that contributes a lot to our fatalities in the province. As we had our mother, Mama Udipo Peter, talking about on Tuesday, was talking about the increase, the 17% increase on our fatalities on our roads. So we're saying we don't want to see more people dying on our roads. One death is more, one many. So we're saying there is no vehicle that is going to travel our road this festive season while it's not roadworthy or the vehicle is overloaded. That vehicle is going to be impounded with immediate effect. We are tired of seeing people dying on our roads on a daily basis, and more especially on peak season. They drive as they wish, the drivers, and also officers are going to be deployed 24/7 just to make sure that there's no one who's not going to be stopped, and all taxis and the drivers and buses also. I'm talking about public transportation, where more people are dying on our roads and innocent people are dying. So we're saying, please, people must just take care and take charge of their lives, because road safety starts with you. It's everyone's responsibility. We're spreading the message that to say our road safety officers are there, trying to spread the message, trying to teach the gospel of educating our passengers. Passengers are, they don't report drivers that are misbehaving on our roads. The driver will drive at 180 kilometers per hour, and while the vehicle is overloaded, and if that vehicle is involved in an accident, people are dying. So we're saying passengers, we just want to emphasize that passengers must report, or just say, just talk to the driver, because you live once, and that is your life. And if that vehicle is involved in an accident, chances of you losing your life are very high.
Now, how is putting 600 more police officers going to curb the carnage on the roads?
More visibility. We're not going to have more roadblocks. We believe that we just want a free flow on our roads, or more especially on provincial and national roads, because most people are leaving the province, and also our toll gates. Already on the N1, the traffic is hectic, or the Carousel, Hammanskraal, and then the N3, the Hook. All our national routes and provincial routes the traffic is worse, are congested. So we say, by us deploying more officers on the road, even our principals are out there just trying to make sure that everyone is safe. And visibility, when we have more officers on the road, at least people will abide by the rules of the road. When they see us, they'll reduce the speed limit. Just for an example, yesterday a 26-year-old was arrested on the N4 while traveling at 226 126 kilometers per hour. You can imagine if our officers were not there. So that person was apprehended, is going to appear today in court. So our high-speed units also, they are doing their part. Other people were arrested for traveling at 206 kilometers per hour. So people are still exceeding the speed limits, and that is one of the contributor factors to our fatalities. We've got drinking and driving. People are still drinking and driving, and as you heard in Gauteng, the minister has mentioned, we've arrested more than 2,564 people for drinking and driving from the 1st of December up until the 19th. So you see that more people are enjoying themselves, but they are not enjoying themselves responsibly. We're saying just take care of yourself, just take charge and be responsible. Pedestrians also, they are killed. There's drinking and walking, more especially we've got the Haslock areas, which is the N3, Makakula Heights, N14, Deep Sloat, we've got R59, Golden Highway, N12, where the launch happened on the 3rd of December. So those are the challenges that we are facing. Pedestrians killing has gone up. It's shocking. People are killed on a daily basis. And according to National Road Traffic Act 93 of 1996, there is no person that is supposed to be found walking on our freeway. So it's a no-no. We've arrested more than 300 and something pedestrians that were walking, asking for lifts this past weekend in Gauteng. So we're saying no to excessive speeding. Pedestrians are not needed on our roads, and also drinking and driving, drinking and walking. The pedestrians must understand that if you are found on a freeway, definitely going to arrest you because we're saving your life.
Now, you're speaking about the laws, pedestrians shouldn't be on the road, etc. Should there not be harsher consequences and laws to be put into place, because things don't seem to be getting any better at this point?
No matter how hard we try as law enforcement agencies, we can put acts, legislation, amend all the acts, and arrest as many people as possible. But we've got a problem of driver behavior. Drivers, they are not behaving. If a person can drive at 226 kilometers per hour in 120 zone, you find a person driving at 135 kilometers per hour in an urban area, which is 60 kilometers per hour. So that is not acceptable. No matter how hard we can try as law enforcement agencies, trying our best, taking people to the cells, detain them, up until people understand that road safety starts with you. We've got our road safety official practitioners. They are all over the show teaching people about road safety, telling them that this is acceptable, this is not, and we are all over the show, just trying to make sure that we're saving people's life. And people must feel safe whenever they travel to the province or out of the province. So people must just change their behavior. People are drinking and driving. People are having their cell phone. They are chatting. They are taking cell phone, videos. They're on Instagram. They are on Twitter and Facebook while driving. That is not acceptable. Or with females, we are worse because we even put makeup while we are driving. So we're saying enough is enough. We don't want to see more people dying on our road. Let people, road safety starts with you. You shouldn't be behaving on the road because you see Busaphi is wearing a uniform and then he's going to stop you, or any law enforcement agency. Because it must start with you. You must fasten your safety belt, a prayer, and then before you hit the road. So those are the things that we want, to instill on our people, to say it starts with you. We can have so many acts and legislation, and putting people in jail. Jail are going to be full, but we need people to behave on our roads. We need people to, just to think twice that, hey, I'm going to lose my child, I'm going to lose my parents, my father, or my relatives. So I want to be a responsible citizen.
So basically being patient and not being a reckless driver on the road.
Yes.
Now, do you have any advice on the going on to the rest of the festive season, Christmas and New Year's? Obviously, it's still a festive, silly season. What advice can you give the drivers? And also, you mentioned reporting bad driving. Where can we report bad driving?
Yeah, you can report bad driving on HMC toll-free number. It's 0861 400 800. Let me repeat that, 0861 400 800. If you've got a challenge with that number, at least 10 police are always there. We've got our room, control room. They always available to assist, because you can't be traveling from here to Limpopo having a driver that is traveling at 180 kilometers per hour. You're not going to reach your destination. You're not going to see your parents. You're not going to see the New Year. So we are saying people must be patient. You can imagine if a person is driving from Gauteng to Eastern Cape, and that person doesn't want to rest. We're saying at least each and every after 2 hours, you must rest, drink coffee, drink, or
break,
take a break,
etc.
rest,
Yeah.
and you know, just to stretch your legs and all that, because it's tiring. It's 18 hours. Even from here to
Yes.
Durban, we say people must just rest and just take it easy. If festive season, it doesn't end here, and the beach, you're going to find it there. So we're saying, please, let everybody take care of their lives and take charge, because road safety, it's everyone's
important.
responsibility.
Well, thank you so much, Busaphi, for coming through and giving us your advice on how to take care of ourselves and also where to report bad driving. It is very important.
Yes.
And a very important message to all our viewers. As she mentioned, be safe on the road, be patient, and report reckless driving if you do see it on the road that is speeding or anything else that you see that is not law-abiding. Now,